It's great to see so many of you enjoying the way I'm reading through the most unfiltered rants in a funny way while still highlighting real issues that need fixing. And let's be honest, we're all here because we love KCD2. So let's keep that going. Drop a like on the video so more people see it. And let's read some of the most hilarious rants that I could find. Is KCD2 a watered-down sequel? User cans_1 loves Kingdom Come Deliverance II. But after finishing it, they can't help but feel like it's a more streamlined and in some ways lesser version of the first game.
I love the game, but that said, I can't stop comparing it to this first one. I'm feeling like it's a watered down version on some important sides. The secondary missions are quite disconnected from the actual game. The main story feels very short to me once finished, and in some ways feels even easier than the first one. Again, just love for both KCD and KCD2, but for some reason, I still prefer the first one. It simply felt more layered and complete.
Many players seem to share similar sentiments, feeling that while KCD2 improves in some areas, it also loses depth. Some believe that the early game side quests are noticeably weaker compared to the first game, though the later parts improve. Combat has also been a topic of debate. Veteran players note that KCD1's mechanics felt more rewarding, whereas KCD2's simplified approach seems aimed at a broader accessibility. Another frequent criticism is the two-map structure, which, while offering more exploration, makes it harder to form meaningful connections with characters. Players point out that KCD1 had stronger emotional moments, like the Rattay tournament, Teresa's romance, or the more intimate, character-driven side quests. There are also complaints that combat encounters feel too brief, with some players wishing for more outpost clearing or manhunting missions to add depth to the action. I don't really remember that many in the first game, though. I remember you could make yourself do it, but it wasn't like structured quests. That said, others argue that the less action-packed approach is intentional, as KCD was always meant to focus on realism rather than constant battles. User Brad Bull shared their frustration with hunting bird nests in KCD2, only to be repeatedly disappointed.
I'm running around and can't find the phone nest. So I rebooted, shot it, and there was just an egg. Then I shot the nest and I had to run after it, and there's just an egg there. And then there's an egg in the last nest too.
A lot of players have just given up on bird nests entirely. Half the time they roll away into the undergrowth, never to be seen again. And when you do find them, just an egg. It's like a bad Easter egg hunt. But if it's a high-value nest, one that might have jewelry or an early game rare item, that's when it decides to clip through the terrain. And finally, the rain in KCD2. User affectionate _ad is frustrated that despite the many advancements in KCD2, the rain system remains as unimpressive as it was in the first game. Seriously? For such a marvelous game? The rain is the shiniest thing I've seen in years. It's literally just a wallpaper around you. Next time it rains hard, just look at your feet, and you can see a rain wallpaper surrounding your character. Which is why this happens in the screenshot. Vomit quality. How could they ignore this? It seems like they improved everywhere else except this. I wish they took a leaf out of Marwin's book. And that game is ancient now. Many players share the sentiment that the rain effect in KCD2 feels outdated, especially when compared to the visual improvements in other aspects of the game. Some argue that the issue is even more noticeable during heavy rainfall, where the illusion of rain surrounding the player breaks immersion, and it's hard to argue with that. Alchemy in KCD2, driving people insane. Suitable Sun is losing their mind trying to brew savior schnapps correctly, despite following the steps exactly.
This is driving me absolutely mad. Every time I go to boil the nettle for my schnapps, I lower the pot and turn the glass and watch it like a hawk until it's empty. Then I hit up the D-pad, bring the pot up,
And yes, cool. I think it's good. Grind and then add the 2 belladonna. Then I get a weak schnapps, and Henry says I should have boiled that for too long, or too short. Can someone please help me with this? It's driving me insane. Yes, I'm using fresh ingredients, not dry. Alchemy in KCD2 has a few tricks to it. Here we go. Put wine in the pot. Add 1 nettle and lower the pot. Immediately grind 2 belladonna, then toss it in. Grinding takes exactly 2 turns of the hourglass, 20 seconds. Take a vial and pour. This takes exactly 1 turn of the hourglass, 10 seconds. Follow this method and you should get Henry's potions all day. Does it work? I don't know. I just steal every potion. But have you mastered alchemy in KCD2? Is Mutt more trouble than he's worth? Midnight Starfall shares their experience with Mutt in KCD2, noting some frustrating differences compared to the first game.
Like a few people that played KCD2, I also played KCD1 beforehand, and I'm aware that Mutt was annoying back then, but in my time playing the second game, I've got opinions on him. He feels less responsive. In KCD1, he'd at least stop attacking if you called him off. His AI feels worse, and not just in his pathing. He'll routinely walk in the way, something he did in KCD1, but not to this degree. In combat, he'll struggle to lock onto an enemy. Back then, he simply would not approach. Now he orbits enemies, which makes a 1v1 painful. He's worse than Sputnik. This orbiting means that when he does make an attack, it'll be because the enemy approached him, which means he'll bite them in a way that puts him between you and them, often resulting in you getting hit, or time just being wasted. Especially in a 1v1, his obedience feels less reliable. He's a lot louder too. This isn't me saying that Mutt is without use or purpose. He's invaluable at tracking and finding locations. It's just that compared to KCD1, and this is not rose-tinted glasses, mind you, I completed it the first time, the day before I got KCD2, but has glaring flaws that need paying attention. Personally, I'd say he's one of the only features that feels outright clunkier and less realized than it was in the previous game.
Some players have had enough of Mutt's antics. One even sent him straight to the Devil's Den after he alerted an entire enemy camp while they were trying to stealth. Others admit that they love him, but don't really see the benefit, choosing to leave him at inns for most of the game. Then there's the debate about stealth. Some swear he ruins every sneaky attempt. With that being said, KCD2 isn't a perfect game, but we keep coming back to it because it's a fun and awesome experience. If you want more updates, community discussions, things like that, subscribe to the channel and join our Discord. Share your experiences and maybe even rant to yourself a little, but don't rant more than me, okay?